Eventually, I'm gonna stop talking about this. How most days it's difficult to talk, or difficult to be judged by people who do words even bold-faced and blue articulated don't capture our essence, only blurs us like photographs. Telegraphing high-speed motion, we are the blips, winking and pulling our infinity towards our infinitesimal, and eye for an eye, our cycle makes the world writhe. Peeps peeking veils that peep into us in kind, orbiting fringes society is deemed habitat. We pray that when we implode, we are the corpses that become complex. A funny, memorable cliche. An eye for an eye, our cycle, ley lines, skin cell construct themselves into me, and life is still a language I'm learning. Only underlines, undermines of current aquavita. The flow of life will flood any vessel I dare to make canal, to breathe at, to breathe, seeping out in tears that once covered ocean floors and eroded bedrock, so we smile. As loud as we wish we could scream, there's a beauty to viewing the world as a silent noun, a person placed in thing, watching a thing become a place for people. My smile has become weary tread marks, autopilot airing, tired trademarks that I copyright into the space I need. When I need it, I hold it like an affirmation. The ant that colonizes the surface of an ant, my farm, 7 billion people sharecropping, and cropping shares of us out of the photo, so we blur at light speed. Falling into intersections between crossed eyes, crossroad, Jabberwocky, Jabberwock, Jabberwock. Stir-fry musings and watch them steam off, Jabberwocky, Jabberwock, Jabberwock. Death is not distant guess in my home, so it is often roped into our conversations. Leaves burning lacerations in our I love yous, and I am learning to let go of the things I love before they are ripped away. Death has fanned flames riot high. 26 will be my age this year, and death has made my life an ecosystem of bridges, skyscraper high, and from this perch I haven't seen where my fellow jumpers have landed. Only the signs of preparation they left. The harnesses and whatever they managed to pull into their orbit. I am living debris, attempting Gibraltar in this space, searching for the right spot to land, Elysium, heaven, nirvana, etc., wondering if we all go to the same spot, or if they're paralleled alternating worlds, abyss the color of sunflowers and cannabis. I see shapes in the fog and imagine them solid. Imagine them in free fall, parachuting, shooting the breeze with death, because most days it is difficult to live, and most of us are afraid. Heavy heart humming through fog, reverberating echoed memories into memoriams, memes for humanity sometimes. Those of us with sober stupor, straggling, half-lidded eyes, misty, bloodshot, and sleepy fill the fog. Hope in the tone of howls shakes our ecosystem, fucking Jericho's it, so we celebrate our reverie into silent scream. Pulling our infinity into our infinitesimal, quilting our love into heavy heart armament, our choice of / at rest garments. We pray that when we implode, we are the corpses that become complex. A funny, memorable cliche. An eye for an eye, our cycle is one of life and death and something else. Sometimes, life finds it difficult to create, so it makes fog. Lingering apology, lovely forehead kiss, deep expectant hugs, and I do not know when it will be my time to free fall. If my scream will be silent or joyous, but I want it to be like fog. As dense as deep, unexpected hugs, as gentle as lovely forehead kisses, as helpful as lingering apologies. I don't know if there's ground where I'm going. I've been a bridge walker since '94, but when I arrive at the end or beginning of wherever this trail is trailing off to, I hope that my fall is broken by the scarred hands sometimes sculpted in my foggy reveries. That after I forget my years here, that my jump start is the copyrighted smiles I came to love, because sometimes, staring at a wall of family photos is like staring at the formation of a universe, then the planets inside of it, then the atoms inside of the planet, then all of the connections that make them visible. There's no air in space, apparently, although in the spaces between those photos, all of them still lively. Breathing life given to them, still breathing life into a family that lives in remembrance and joy. Their name, their joy, downloaded into each new branch of the family tree, a recorded stream counted every time. Playing those moments and memories, it's like counting every molecule of hydrogen-infused oxygen. To name those clusters water, to call it the ocean, it's a lot. Of seemingly small deeds decorating lives always dedicated to the next life, generation, step, somehow still two-stepping onto the present. Do you feel the melody of I love you? Jigging, smiling, gap-tooth grinning, still here with you right now. Collages form faces full of laughter, hearts full of keep on keeping on, bodies scarred maybe but never broken. What good is rubble you don't rebuild with, or at least remove from the construction site? The construction site is a photo family reunion. Photos synthesized into infinity. Where the wall meets ground, paint gives way to perfectly tethered roots, the kind that branch off into untold galaxies but fit in your hand like a phone, in your body like structure, like DNA. Where it meets the ceiling, it stretches. Do you see the skies? Full of stars made of the same minerals as us. It is us. It's you. You don't choose the family you're born into, as far as I know. Only how you treat, relate, or not relate to each other. It's easy to believe you're doing everything yourself, although every moment we enjoy has something to do with the one before, building it, breaking ground for the next generation to sift through and build upon. It's easy to pretend you're building it by yourself, but do you see our stars? The forest of lucky ones, i.e. us. Can you see the constellations? The connections that make us the same? Do you feel that space we inhabited? Life being breathed into it, branching out over countries and continents? I'm not sure how you're supposed to write a poem about family. I'm not sure how you're supposed to write a realistic poem about family. One that acknowledges the happiness and the healing. Faith spread mustard seed in a world where you must be a part of a family to claim a life here. It's easy to believe it's all because of you.